Hello, Ender here, and I am going to continue going through the eras of my story. Left off with the ancient era, with um, Novius being the reason there are 4 worlds in my world, or in the story. The next is the Guardian era. This is the least fleshed out of mine, and because it was only added to make sense to connect the ancient and the human era. So it has not been very fleshed out, but it starts up shortly after the Novius battle, where there's now no longer either the deities. The ancient beasts, they appear, and I've not went over them, but I have mentioned them. They probably will get their own video. They took up the task of finding someone to protect the 4 worlds, which ended up becoming the Guardians. And this was not like a chosen one thing. It was the ancient beasts looked for someone they thought would be the most capable, which typically end up being political figures or celebrities of the time. Uh, just because they were easy to find, that kind of stuff. Um, and there could have been any number of guardians, hundreds of thousands during that time. It really just depends on how long they lived. But there is one important thing about the guardians in this. Their magic is based off energy, and I did discuss energy-based magic in the magic system videos, but I didn't go that much in depth. I might do that at a later date, but don't bet on it. And then there is the human era, which this is basically our world somehow. So, shortly after the Guardian era, a civilization rises called Mesopotamia. There is no magic here. Magic seems to have disappeared, and no one really knows why. No one really remembers it. Later on, this is known as the Magic Dark Ages. And the world of the stars is the one that names the 4 worlds. The world of the sun is this one, the one that has Mesopotamia, moon, I have the map of that, stars, and eclipse will be later established. So it is from Mesopotamia to around this or last year, that there was 3 depressed high schoolers that somehow gained magic. Uh-oh. Just highlighted a lot. Uh-oh. Okay, that's gonna stay highlighted. Well, 3 depressed teenagers somehow gained magic. They don't really know how. It just appeared one day. And this era shortly ended after the oldest of the 3's graduation, where they destroyed the world. And a little spoiler, this character that did that is Neon Flare. This is the only one of those 3 who are important to the story, and they're my favorite. And this era ends some time after, maybe next year or the year after. And then there was an era, like a mini era between the human and the modern era. It was a 1,000-year gap. This was where research into synthetic beasts were done. They were created, some were destroyed. I say there's like only 2 left, but these are the only 2 known, which is Synthetic Beast Chime and Synthetic Beast Legacy. They're fully sentient, and Synthetic Beast Legacy is a failure due to not being the perfect weapon. The era ended with the banishment of Synthetic Beast Legacy and the outlaw of Synthetic Beast creation.